Okay, well, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I think these calls are very important to the public school choice team. We're very much striving throughout this whole process to be as transparent, inclusive, with the steps that we're completing, as well as the processes, to make sure that communities are involved, that the community-based organizations are involved, and that we're all working jointly to complete the mission of providing parents with neutral, unbiased information that helps them identify which plans through the public school choice process are a better fit for the student demographics and the academic needs of the school communities that are participating in public school choice. And I want to start off by like what we announced a few weeks back through the superintendent's updates, which are sent out every Friday afternoon. At first, these public school choice updates were focused on public school choice, but they will now be the superintendent's tool that provides the community an update of what are some of the major issues taking place at LAUSD. And to get on that list, you can call our front desk at 213-241-7000, and you'll be added to that listserv. In that public school choice update, facilities informed us that two schools, one in local district 1, which is Valley Region Elementary School number 12, and the second, South Region Elementary School number 7 in local district 7, were opening ahead of schedule. The construction teams, the whole goal is to open these schools and make sure that they're available and that they are relieving the school communities that are significantly populated by some of the areas that have a large concentration of students. And what happened is that they were opening through this process. As the public school choice resolution states, every new school that opens from now and into the next 2 years will participate in this process. And what we've done is that the superintendent has called for us to put together a what we're calling Public School Choice Cycle 1.5, which is going to run in between the previous cycle that just ended with the board vote on the February 23rd, and then will come to an end prior to the start of the second round, which should start sometime around mid-May. And on February 12th, through the superintendent's update, and what we did is that the superintendent set a deadline for letters of intent. We received letters of intent from community members that have already participated in the public school choice process in the first round. So it's a good way to make sure that we're building and working to improve the process, as well as giving the applicant the opportunity to provide stronger and more detailed applications. For South Region Elementary School number 7, we had Aspire Public Schools, Celerity Educational Group, Expectations of Educational Excellence Crescendo Schools, Sankofa Alliance, and Local District 7. For Valley Region Elementary School number 12, we have Ivy Academia, Local District 1, and the Youth Policy Institute. Any information and updates for this round or this public school choice cycle is available at lausd.net/public school choice. What we're currently preparing now are 4 family community orientation meetings. We're going to host 2 meetings per new school site. The first one for Valley Region Elementary School number 12, this meeting is going to take place at Langdon Elementary School tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning in their multi-purpose room. In the timeline that Rosario sent to all of us, you'll be able to note the exact address and the phone number of the school site. The second meeting for Valley Region Elementary School is going to take place at Lassen Elementary School. And the reason why we selected Langdon and Lassen is because they are 2 of the larger school sites that will receive relief from the opening of Valley Region Elementary School number 12. And so they selected an AM time for parents who are more easily accessible in the morning, and then the Lassen is going to be in the afternoon. South Region Elementary School number 7 will host their meetings at Drew Middle School, which is center campus around this elementary feeder pattern. And those meetings are set to take place tomorrow, Thursday, March 11th at 5 p.m. at the Drew Middle School cafeteria. And the second will take place on Friday, March 12th at 5 p.m. These meetings, just to reiterate, is a neutral space and the opportunity that allows parents to come in and simply listen to a presentation that's guided by data that is essentially focused on the students. The idea is to provide data and indicators that help us understand what the student population needs at these in these two school communities, and make parents identify how data and public school choice are working hand in hand, or how they're merging to provide the best quality of education, and that we're meeting the needs of our student populations. For applicants, if you are partnering, if you're like a community-based organization, we strongly encourage you to attend these orientation meetings. During the meetings, there's one slide in the PowerPoint presentation where we are identifying the various community applicants that have submitted a letter of intent. So contact them, get involved in their RFP writing process, and if parent groups, get them connected to these groups so they can also participate in the writing process. And for applicants, we at the school district is through the Judy Elliott's office is hosting a best practices workshop, as you will know, through the Office of Curriculum, Instruction, and School Support. And this is available to all applicants. It's a pretty interesting discussion that is going to take place, and we definitely look forward to see applicants at this meeting. The public school choice applicant orientation meeting, what we always do as we're starting this process and as we start the community orientation meetings, is that we offer an applicant orientation meeting where we sit down with the applicants, discuss the application process, the RFP, the academic and performance matrix that the superintendent identified as holding the key pillars that he really values in our public schools. And this meeting will take place on Wednesday, March 17th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the LAUSD headquarters here at Beaudry. As you may recall from the last public school choice round, following the family orientation meetings, what we now have, what follows is a family and community applicant presentation meetings. We were very excited. We received, after our debrief discussions, we received a lot of feedback from the local districts, but some of these meetings were able to fill auditoriums that the school district had not necessarily experienced in past, actions and movements. So we were very excited, but obviously we're still working towards improving, expanding, and making sure that we're connecting and outreaching to as many parents as possible. And this is why our relationships like Families in Schools and United Way and other organizations is very important for this process. So those meetings are currently, we're currently scheduling those with the local districts just to make sure that the facilities are available and that we have a space that is community friendly. And those will run from April 5th through April 9th. Originally, you might have read some of the materials that the superintendent released, and they might show different dates, but because of spring break, we pushed the deadline for the Board of Education vote 1 week to make sure that we weren't, cutting into parents' spring break plans and the community's plans to, get ready for the spring break. After the family and community applicant presentation meetings, these meetings are a place where the applicants submit and present a PowerPoint and discuss what their plan looks like to the community directly. We have a question and answer session that is guided and facilitated by philanthropic and nonprofit organization community leaders. Sandy Mendoza was very central in helping us get these amazing facilitators and moderators who were leading the discussion, and I think that they were very helpful in providing a sense of confidence and trust in the whole process. And these meetings follow after the question and answer session for the family and community applicant presentation meetings. The Q&A, what we do is to maximize the amount of time we have with the community, is that we use index cards where parents provide their questions in an index card, and to go through the various topics and questions the community has, we work to try to merge a lot of those questions into one. And we get local district support as well as our partners' support to help facilitate these question and answer sessions. We have, for the advisory vote, we're currently working to set the plan with the League of Women Voters. We're trying to make sure that they are participating in this process and that we have an external group running the voting just because we want to make sure that there isn't any concerns about transparency and the actual vote count. And they did a remarkable job the last time around in getting the information, tallying the votes, and getting a report back to LAUSD in a very tight timeline. And those votes will take place on Saturday, April 10th. We're going to have a full morning session for that, and then for the advisory vote day 2, we're going to have 2 sessions, a morning session and a second afternoon section, similar to the first round. The superintendent will, after evaluating data, I think that one of the shifts that we're taking for this public school choice round is placing data at the forefront. We definitely suggest, if you feel that as an applicant we don't have full data for the school that you're currently managing, we encourage you to provide us as much data as possible, because we're using track records and data to identify which plans specifically meet the demographic and academic student needs of our youth. And in addition to that, he's going to look at the superintendent's review panel recommendations. You might have noticed that we had those available in the public school choice review section of the website. And then the initial review team will also provide the recommendations for each of the applications. And as soon as that process is completed, we're going to merge all of this information together, and the superintendent will make his recommendations and hand those over to the Board of Education. And the Board of Education will vote on the 2 school sites on Tuesday, April 27th. One invitation. The district and the public school choice team have established a very strong relationship with families and schools and the United Way of Greater Los Angeles through Oscar Cruz and Sandy Mendoza. And our goal is to try to, we're looking for fierce and strong allies that can help us to reach as many parents as possible and to actually get down and really do the work of providing parents with neutral information and making spaces that invite parents to participate, that invite parents to actually listen to the various perspectives and positions that are put forth by various applicant teams. If your organization would like to get involved, especially as we start preparing for the applicant presentation meetings, or if you just want to look at and study the process through the 1.5 cycle, we invite you to do so, and then come to us and give us some suggestions as to how you see your organization potentially working with us